know what is what.
Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.
This is Cult of the Living Dead.
I always think of what was it, 420? Yeah, 420. Whenever I think of Dunkirk,
Dude,
it
was
terrible.
We have
Yeah.
two and two 420s that we kicked it that bring up like a level of intensity from being high. It was when we saw Dunkirk and when we saw Edge of Tomorrow. I think that was the previous 420.
I don't think I was there for that one because I've never seen that movie.
Oh,
I
dude, that
remember that
movie's sick. The first like 30 minutes of that movie, like their D-Day, that
Yeah.
part's intense. When like Tom Cruise is rushing the beach on their like robot.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good ass movie.
Yeah, the
Edge of
movie's
Tomorrow's
crazy.
a good one. That's if you want to watch a sick sci-fi movie, you should check that one out. It's a good movie. You guys ready?
Kevin Bacon.
So
Yeah.
get into it.
Kevin back on.
Kevin Bacon.
Let's do it.
What's the 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon? I know, dude. I forgot. I'm surprised he did this movie and then doing like the after research. I was like, oh, let's get into it. All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Cult of the Living Dead. I am your host, The Dale, followed by my two co-hosts, Mr. Seiya
Yo,
and Twan.
what up?
All right, welcome everybody. Just a quick reminder for first-time listeners, we are a movie podcast. We cover cult classics, B movies, and horror. None of us are professionally trained in movie critique, but we all love movies. All of these opinions are subjective, so enjoy the ride, guys. All right, this week we are covering the 1990s horror creature feature Tremors. This movie was directed by Ron Underwood. It was his first directorial debut.
Damn,
Holy
added to the
shit.
list.
Added to the list, dude. Oh my, we were just talking about this last week. You've been doing a lot of directorial debuts.
Yeah, telling you, man, we need to pivot.
I know, right? Directorial debuts, everyone's first movie. So what is he known for? All right, so he did the another, I don't know if it's a cult classic, but it definitely didn't do well. The Adventures of Pluto Nash. You guys remember that movie?
No. Yeah, with
Eddie Murphy?
Eddie Murphy. Yeah, that one. I mean, I guess that would be a cult classic. That one bombed.
It bombed real bad. So he directed that movie. He directed Mighty Joe Young. I don't know if you guys seen that movie about the gorilla.
Yeah. Banger. Harambe.
City Slickers, and then I guess some more Harambe. He did some episodes of Fear of the Walking Dead. So, you know, now he kind of just does TV. He doesn't do too many movies anymore. I wonder if that's because of the Adventures of Pluto Nash. But
probably. Honestly.
And the writers were S.S. Wilson, Brent Maddock, and Ron Underwood. Wilson and Maddock wrote the first 3 Tremors movies. No, the first 4. Yeah, the first 4, and then the last 3 they didn't work on. There's been 6 total Tremor movies, 5 sequels, and 1 prequel. And then the music was by Ernest Trost and an uncredited person, Robert Folk, which is interesting. So I guess like Robert Folk's music comes in when it's like those like epic movies moments where like the Graboid is chasing people, like the scary moments. That's Folk. And then the in between times where it's more like westerny country, that's Ernest Trost. But for whatever reason, they didn't credit Folk, which is kind of weird.
The name Ernest sounds like a guy that would make like country folk music.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So it has a pretty good cast. So it's led by Kevin Bacon, who plays Valentine McCree. Kevin Bacon's Footloose, City on the Hill. He was in, was it The Following? That was like a pretty big TV series he was on for a minute. We have Earl Bassett is played by Mr. Fred Ward. He was on True Detective.
I saw that. I don't remember
who he was though.
Who he was, yeah.
Now we gotta watch True Detective.
I think he was one of the not like the captain, or I think it's like one of the upper level cops. We have Rhonda LeBeck, was played by Finn Carter. She just did a bunch of TV stuff. Gomer, played by Michael Gross. Heather Gomer, played by Reba McEntire, who is a very famous country singer and also had her own show called Reba. And Walter Chang, played by Victor Wong. I don't know if you guys ever seen the movie Three Ninjas.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like their sensei or whatever.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Apparently, they wanted Pat Morita for this one, but he wanted too much money because he just came off the Karate Kid.
Yeah, never mind.
Hey, Mr. Miyagi's dope.
He was also in Big Trouble Little China.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was in Big Trouble Little China. One of my personal favorite movies.
We should cover. It's a cult classic, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely a cult classic. Yeah, that's a good one.
Is it is the person who did it? Is it his first movie?
John Carpenter, no?
Yeah, it's a John Carpenter movie. No, it's not his first movie.
Yeah. Never mind. Can't cover it.
We've done a lot of Carpenter films. Have we?
Have we?
Have we done a Carpenter?
Have we? No, that's on the
Who did Halloween?
Unreleased files. That's the shit that we're gonna drop when people start subscribing to us, and then
Didn't John Carpenter do Into the Mouth of Madness?
Oh yeah, we did one. Yeah, we did one. One so far.
Yeah. One Carpenter. All right,
we should do his directorial debut, whatever movie that must be.
Isn't it Halloween?
Is it?
I thought it was Halloween. I don't know if is it a cult classic? Maybe, I don't know.
Never mind. Nah, because Halloween did all bomb.
Oh, but we said horror, so we can do Halloween.
It's true.
It's part of our three.
We can make an exception for Carpenter.
I mean, it's our show. We can do whatever the fuck we want.
Oh, brother.
Oh yeah, brother. We do blockbusters now.
This is America.
Join us next week as we do Transformers 3, War of the Cybertrons.
I wanted to watch that Beast Wars one though.
Oh, the Beast Wars one? I heard they were like all entertaining, but I stopped watching after the third one.
They're just good action movies. I feel like they're like
when Shia LaBeouf left, I was like, I'm out of here. No more Even Stevens. Get this trash out of here.
I feel like they're like Fast and Furious, where they're just like ridiculous action movies now. That's just pretty much what it is.
In Fast and Furious, they're finally ending that series.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God.
Fast X is going to be like a 3-part finale.
I thought it was 2.
Is it 2?
Yeah. So the most recent one ended on a cliffhanger.
The one with Jason Momoa?
Yeah.
I like how John Cena is supposed to be Toretto's brother, but they look nothing like each other.
They gave him hair, didn't they? Like some spiky hair?
Yeah.
Yeah. And John Cena. All right. So let's get into our first impressions, history with this movie. So let's start with you, Mr. Saya. What's your history with this movie? Seen it before? First impressions. What'd you think?
Yeah, I've seen this movie before. Not a lot of times before. But I've seen it before when I was younger, and it was cool. I didn't really like it too much, just because I thought it was like a little bit more silly. But watching it now was fun. Like I even though it is still silly, I thought it's a fun movie.
What about you, Twan?
Yeah, this movie holds a special place in my heart personally. This is a movie that I used to watch a lot with my grandpa growing up. It was always on like TNT or Spike, like all the time. And every time that it was on, we would watch it. So I, going into it, this is another movie that I really love. It has a lot of sentimental value to it. So yeah, I was excited to watch it again. It's been quite a few years since the last time I've seen it. But yeah, it was still a fun watch for the nth time that I've seen it.
Nice. Same here with you, Twan. I've seen this movie a lot. This is a movie I watched a lot growing up. I remember seeing it on like Spike or like TNT. Or I remember back in the day they used to I'm sure I've mentioned it in other pods, like the Stars used to have like a package where you get like Stars, Encore, and like the action movie.
Yeah.
It was like 8 different channels. And like this movie used to be on there a lot. I loved Tremors as a kid. I thought this movie was so cool. I even liked Tremors 2, I think Aftershocks. I saw that one a lot of times too. I just thought the the Graboids are sick. I always thought their name was stupid, but I've always thought the movie was super cool and fun. And I like Kevin Bacon as an actor. I've always thought Kevin Bacon was cool.
It's funny that you mentioned that. I never, as many times as I've seen this movie, I never knew that they were called Graboids.
Yeah,
What?
there's like a
It's like a whole thing.
They're
Yeah.
trying to come up with the name.
So kind of watching this, for the pod and seeing it, under a different lens, I definitely caught on to more of the, kind of conversations that were happening. And I remember that conversation. I actually wrote it down in my notes. But I didn't know that that's what they were officially like calling them. I thought they were called Tremors.
That's funny.
I thought the creatures
funny.
were Tremors. But wow, yeah, nice.
The
Yeah,
fucking
I
Graboids.
don't think I've ever seen the second or any of the rest of them. Like I know they exist. I've just never.
I've seen the
never seen
first
them.
5. I got really into Tremors. I saw the first 5.
I've
Damn.
seen up to one where they're like they got wings.
Damn.
That's the
there's
third one.
There's a scene where they put like fire extinguisher all over themselves to like because they have heat vision.
Damn.
You remember that one, Dale? No.
Isn't that I think that's the third one. Is that the one
Yeah.
where they fight him with the tomato guns?
Guns.
I don't remember tomato guns, but maybe
'Cause-
yeah.
The second one has Fred Ward in it still. Earl Bassett comes back.
Yeah.
And then the third one, and then all the ones after that just have Bert. Bert's like becomes like the main character. He makes it like his life's like mission to just hunt and kill
Yeah,
Tremors.
that's right. Yeah, I think it might have been the third one because they end up like flying. They have like legs.
No, that's the second one then.
Oh,
When they have heat vision.
yeah, they have heat vision.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's the second one.
And I've only seen the first two then.
That's Aftershocks. That's when they
Aftershocks.
stop being worms and they become like something completely different.
Damn. So like
And then
they
the-
evolved.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
evolved. They have like they're
Oh.
like little raptors and shit.
Damn.
Mhm.
Yeah, then there's a prequel that takes place during like the Old West. That one's okay. And then
they-
Jamie Kennedy's in like 4 and 5.
Oh, yeah,
4
that's
and
right.
5.
Yeah,
Nice.
he's like a Bert's son. Yeah, those aren't good. I mean, it's 15 Jamie's Kennedy, so
Yeah.
a long cry since Malibu's Most Wanted. All right, should we start getting into the movie?
Oh, did you? Oh, yeah, you gave your first impressions.
Yeah, I get mine
All
first.
right, yeah, let's go.
All right, so the movie kicks off where we're introduced to our two main characters, Earl and Valentine, but everyone just calls them Val. And they're just kind of camped out in the middle of the desert. And we learned that they're handymen, like that's their like little company that they go around and they fix people's stuff. I love the dialogue between Earl and Val, like this whole movie. I thought they had a good chemistry and like their camaraderie was super believable. Like just their little argument about who's making breakfast, where and how they solve everything with rock paper scissors. I thought that was super cool, and I like how their whole dynamic is that they're handymen in this town of perfection that has like a population of like 14 people. So it's a super close community. Everybody knows each other, but Val and Earl like are tired of living in perfection and they wanna like leave and move to the big city or the big town Bigsby and like start their own like company. Like they're kind of tired of being in perfection. They don't really see themselves like doing anything. And like this whole like opening montage has them like bouncing around doing simple jobs. They're putting up a barbed wire fence for like a cattle rancher. They go and they what's it do? They like what's that called? Where you take like the sewage from somebody's house? Septic tank. They like
Yeah.
just clear septic tanks and they get fucking shit all over them.
They get rid of like debris and shit.
Oh yeah, they work at the little local landfill.
Yeah.
Like packing debris and garbage. Well, this whole opening scene was just us getting to know like Val and Earl and their kind of camaraderie and how they're kind of over perfection. I think it's funny because it's like they finally decide to like leave. And then we're also introduced to our third main character, Rhonda. She's a grad student from the local university she's a seismologist. So she's been sent out there to read the seismographs, and she noticed like she asked them when they get there, like, hey, you know if they're doing any like construction or blasting out here, because she's getting like weird readings on the seismograph. And this is where we start to get like the first kind of hints that there's something weird going on with these what's it called? These graboids. That there's something fishy going on because they keep making tremors as they travel throughout the entire valley. And I thought something that was pretty funny is when they get back to when Val and Earl get to like the main town of perfection, and everyone kind of kicks it at Walter Chang's market.
Mhm.
Like that's like the hub. And they're talking to him, and they're like, oh, he says that that Earl has them plan ahead. That way we don't do anything right now. I thought that shit was hilarious.
Yeah, some of the things that they say, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, and I like that they use like a lot of the dialogue throughout, like the same dialogue throughout the whole like movie. Like that planning ahead conversation is based off of a conversation that they have when they're in the car heading over to town, and Earl is like, you never take the long view, you don't plan ahead. Like I'm already looking at Wednesday and it's Monday, right?
Yeah.
And so later on, like Val is like, oh yeah, we plan ahead so we don't have to do anything right now. Yeah. Just it's like small conversations like that I thought were really funny because that happens throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, it does, dude.
Yeah.
It feels like real conversations because they keep calling back to stuff they said before.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
cool too. Oh, go ahead.
No, there was one little piece of dialogue, and the way that they utilize like the cutting of the scenes too, was a little reminiscent of like Always Sunny. Val says something like, they were talking right after breakfast, and he goes, we need to set our sights higher," and then it instantly cuts to them sucking out a septic tank. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like, damn, these guys have big dreams, but here they are,
Doing, like,
doing the
these
lowest
video
of the
tasks.
low work.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool. That does suck, but they do the townsfolk do just seem like them, and they have a kind of like respect in the town that everyone
Yeah.
kind of looks to them, which I think was pretty interesting. Well, I also forgot to mention we're at Chang's. We get introduced to Bert, and is Heather with him at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking
They're always together.
yeah, Bert and Heather. They're like the married couple, and Bert's like a fucking mad like conspiracy theorist guy.
Both of them are.
Domestic
They're both
terrorist.
like they're both preppers and like conspiracy
preppers.
heads.
Yeah.
Bert's
Preppers.
way worse
Survivalists.
than Heather is,
Survivalists.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
though. Bert's like super because doesn't Val tell him like, what, you afraid you're gonna sleep through World War III, Bert? Like he's always like making jabs at him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
they're-
we also like I think the whole town is there at
all the
at that
main
time.
characters.
So you meet like everybody in the town at that time.
Yeah, this Walter Chang spot is like, I don't know if you guys noticed all the things that it had inside of a store. It was a one-stop shop for that whole little town. It's
Out of
like
everything.
video rental. It had he sold clothes. It was a restaurant, a bar,
Yeah.
and they also used it as like a town hall because they would
There's
all
only
gather there.
14 people. So
14 people.
Walter Chang really cornered the market there.
yeah,
He has
for
a
real.
monopoly on everything.
Were Val and Earl part of the 14?
Yeah. So the 14 is everybody that we meet, plus Fred, who we'll meet later, Edgar,
Yeah.
and not the Doc and his wife. People think they're part of the 14, but they're not. The other two are what's the little punk kid's name?
Freaking Melvin.
Melvin and Melvin's parents. But we
Melvin.
never meet Melvin's parents, but they're part of the 14.
Travis.
Mm.
Who's Travis?
That's the kid, isn't it?
No, it's Melvin.
No, he's Melvin.
It's Melvin.
Yeah.
Oh.
Melvin Plug.
There's Melvin, and then Nigel. He's the like bald guy. Miguel.
Nigel.
He's the only Mexican guy.
Who the hell is Travis?
I don't think there's a Travis in this movie.
What
Travis
movie
is a
did
little
you watch?
shit. But I'm pretty sure I was talking about Melvin.
That's funny. And then I like how so they meet everybody, and then they after the septic scene happens, and like they get covered in shit, and they're like, "Ah, screw this, we're leaving, we're
Yeah.
packing, we're going to Bixby." And I like how he's like, "Why are you taking that vacuum cleaner?" He's like, "I really like this vacuum cleaner." He's like, "You never use it." And I like how they're about to prove that they're like they're committed to leaving. They stop by
Nancy?
Nancy's. Yeah, they pass by Nancy's house, and she's like, "Guys, I really need this thing fixed. It's a month's work, and I'll throw in lunches." And they're like, "Nah, we're going to Bigsby." She's like, "And beer." And they're like, "Going in free beer." And then they're like, "Nah." They take off. They're like, "I can't believe we said no to free beer. We're really gonna do it this time."
Yeah.
And then they're passing by like an electrical, like not an electrical pole. What is it?
Tower?
Those big tower. Yeah, an electrical
Yeah.
tower. And Val sees somebody on the top, and he's like, "Hey, that's old Edgar on the top." He's like, "No, it's not." He's like, "Yeah, it is. He only wears that one jacket." And then they go and they find poor Edgar, and he's all climbed up on a tower with a Winchester repeating rifle, and he's dead. That's our first death, and it's all mysterious because they're like, "What the fuck? Did he get too drunk?" Because he's alcoholic, I guess. They take him to the doc's place, and they're like, "Nope, he died of dehydration."
Mm-hmm.
And that's when
Died of thirst.
they get a little word. They're like, "What do you mean he died of dehydration?" He sat up there for 3 days and just fucking and like
Just died.
just died.
Yeah, dude. I
I
mean,
thought I thought when I first saw this movie, I was like, "Whoa, that's weird. Like, why would someone just like that's a weird way to kill yourself?
Did you just die?
why would you-
Dying of thirst? That sounds horrible."
Yeah, that's terrible. I mean, it just kind of goes to show how scared he was of whatever the hell was there.
Yeah.
And this is one of those cuts too, right? Where they're talking to the doc, and they're like, "Well, why would he just do that?" And then it cuts to Fred's place, the sheep herder.
The farmer? Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
farmer, and all his
Yeah.
like sheep are going crazy.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What the hell?" He's like, "What's going on?" And then he gets sucked underground, and we just see him like disappear.
Mhm.
And then that's when Val and Earl keep going back and forth, right? Because
Yeah, they keep trying to leave. They're trying to leave the whole time, and they keep getting stopped by these like crazy situations
Events.
that are happening. Yeah, because there's only one road in and out of town.
there's only
Yeah.
one road in and out of town. Because they take Edgar to the doctors, but do they go back to the main town?
No.
No,
They
they just take him to the dock, right?
Yeah.
yeah, and then they dip out.
Then they dip out, and then they come across Fred's place,
Mhm.
and because I know they
No. They come
'cause don't
across.
they pass the construction workers,
Oh yeah.
and they go to Fred's farm, and they find all the sheep like mutilated,
Oh yeah.
and then they find a hat on the floor, and they lift the hat, and it's just Fred's face
His head perfectly just resting on top of the sand.
with like his
Yeah.
mouth open, looking all dead.
And then they head back to town right after that.
Yeah, and they tell the construction workers like, "You gotta get out of here, guys! There's a serial killer on the loose."
Yeah.
I like how the one construction worker like gets a crowbar, and he's like testing it out. He's like, all right. And then
He's gotta weapon up.
and then the construction workers die, right? Because the guy's doing the jackhammering, and he jackhammers straight into the graboid.
Yeah, and then that's when we see the orange blood for the first time,
Yeah, we see the orange blood, and
and the little snake.
oh yeah, the little snake comes in. It grabs the first dude, and then the other dude dies by getting crushed by a bunch of falling rocks.
Mm-hmm. And then I think
that destroys the road.
and that's where
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Val and Earl are coming back, and they get stopped because the road's all
No.
fucked up now.
First they go back to Walter's, and because they're like, "What the hell's going on?" And they tell him
Mhm.
like, "Old Fred's dead. Somebody killed Edgar died. Somebody killed Fred." So everyone's freaking out. All right, Val and Earl take the road to Bigsby, get help, and come and bring them back. And they're like, "All right, we'll go." So they take off, and then the road's closed, and they find that the construction worker is always dead because there's like brain matter in like one of the helmets. And then they go back to Walters to basically be like, okay, well they're fucking dead. That the road's closed. And then it cuts to the doctor's place.
Yeah, it cuts to nighttime.
Yeah, it cuts to nighttime. Like it's been a whole day. Yeah, because it opens in the morning. Yeah, and then it ends at the doctor's place.
Mm-hmm.
And then with the doctor, him and his wife, I guess they're like building their dream home, right? They're like retirement home.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they're like, oh, they're all happy. He got his generator going. And he's like, oh, that damn generator, because the lights go out. And then he goes and you see that the generator got sucked underground and the wire was cut.
So much sucking.
And then so much sucking, I know. Because the doctor gets sucked in like right after this. His death reminded me of Jaws.
Dude, I mean, one of us was bound to say it, right? This movie felt like Land Jaws.
Yeah.
I guess originally they wanted to call it Land Sharks, but Saturday Night Live was doing a bit called Land Sharks, so they changed the name.
Damn. Yeah, it's basically what it is. Like they utilize that same kind of camera shot when, Jaws is swimming through the water. It's kind of like through Jaws' eyes, and when the Tremors are crawling through the ground, not the Tremors, the fucking Graboids. When the Graboids are crawling through the ground, it's gonna take me a while to get used to calling them Graboids. So I may call them Tremors a couple of times throughout this recording.
We'll put it in the description. But like Graboids and or Tremors.
Yeah, this movie felt like Land Jaws.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially that scene because like he does that thing where in Jaws it's the chick who goes skinny dipping, right? Where she gets bit and she's like being flailed along the water.
Yeah.
And like the shark is taking her all down, you just see the top of her body. Like the same thing happens to the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then he eventually gets dragged in slowly because I thought it was cool when his wife gives him the like 2x4 to like hold on to, and like it just like immediately snaps.
Yeah.
And I like how the wife like runs into the station wagon, and then we see how powerful the Graboids are because they like suck the station wagon into the ground. I thought that was
crazy.
I thought that scene was cool because like it pans out to like the mountains, and you just see like the headlights like shining in the air, and then they just eventually like disappear.
Yeah.
And then it cuts back to the Val and Earl, right?
I think before this though, because they tried to get out and then their car got stuck and they had to like reverse and like pull out, and then they went back over to Walter's and then they find like one of the snakes on the axle of the car, and Walter's like, I'll give you $5 for it, and then Val's like 20, and then he's like, fine, 10.
That happens right after this.
No, that happens before.
No, because they drive out because it's the morning. So they're driving out because they're like, okay, let's go. We got to go warn the doctor. So they're going to swing by the doctor's place. And they go to the doctor's place and they hear the music. And then they scurry up the dirt. They're like, what is this? And they see the headlights are on. And they're like, what the hell? What could swallow a station wagon? They're like, how big are these things? Then they get to the roadwork area, and then that's when they get stuck and they rip off the Graboid snake thing from old Stumpy. Because they go to the doctor's place, then they come back.
Yes. There's a lot of going back and forth.
Yeah, there's a shit ton. It's like the first half of this movie is just them going back and forth.
Yeah.
Because once they rip the Graboid, they never use their truck again.
Damn, they don't?
No, that's it. The truck isn't used until the like last scene of the movie.
Oh, is that because they get stuck? They get stuck there after that, huh?
No, they get stuck, and then their truck isn't strong enough to go up the old Jeep trail or something. But they could take Walter's horses.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So that's when Walter's like, he's like, oh, what's that? And they pull it off, and they're like, holy shit, this is how they get you. They grab you with these things. And he's like, all right. He's like, I'll give you $10 for it. And they're like, nah, $20.
5.
And he's like 5, yeah. And he's like, no, 20. And he's like 10. He's like 15. He's like, fine, 15. And then he starts selling he starts charging like $3 a picture. And they're like, fucking Walter is measly $15.
Yeah.
So, Walter's he's a good businessman.
Dude,
And-
that guy.
And I think Earl after that, because Val is like, damn, we sold it for like $15. And then Earl is like, this is a man who plans ahead.
Yeah, that's right.
They still bring up the planning thing. It was funny.
Oh man, and I like how then that all that's happening. They're like they're trying to come up with a plan, and that's when Nigel is like, if it comes up to me, I'm gonna hit it with a pickaxe. And they're like, oh, shut up, Nigel. It's in the ground. You ain't gonna do shit with no 5-pound pickaxe.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, what can we do? And they're like, well, what if we take Walter's old riding horses? And they're like, well, who are the best riders? And then like everyone just turns and looks at Val and Earl, and they're like,
Yeah.
well, fuck.
These cowboys.
And they're like, all right, well, I guess we'll go. And then they like rock, paper, scissors for who the who gets the rifle and then who gets the pistol. And then that's one of the rare times Val wins, so he gets the rifle. But then Heather and Bert roll up with their mad like hunting like
Arsenal.
high caliber rifle.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, you ain't gonna do shit with that little rifle. Here, take mine. I like how Earl looks at him like, ha, 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 fuck yeah.
Yeah. And
Walter gave him some Swiss cheese and bullets.
Yeah, so
Just a nice
cheese and
little care
bullets.
package for their travels.
That'd
I
be a
thought that
nice
was
care
cool
package.
because it's like a communal like solving the problem because Walter's like, all right, you guys are taking my sources here, take some extra ammo and some food.
And
Yeah.
some cheese.
So hey, Swiss cheese holds well in the heat.
It does?
Nah, I don't know.
Damn it.
I believed you.
I was like, oh, makes sense then.
Well, I know hard cheeses do good outside of the refrigerator, but soft cheeses not so much.
Uh,
I don't know if Swiss
This
is
is
a
a
hard
soft.
like
it's a
Swiss
soft
is,
cheese,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's real when you wiggle it, it wiggles real good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe if we would have gave him like some Parmesan.
Yeah.
Here's
I don't know.
here's a can of Parmesan.
A
can?
Oh, the can. Damn. I was thinking like real Parmesan,
Oh,
not the like green
Like with
plastic
the
bottle
rind?
one.
yeah.
Yeah,
With
with
the
the
fucking-
rind, dude.
This dude thinking about the shaker, like,
The one
the
that's like
Parmesan dust.
it's like not even real cheese.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's like more caking agent than anything.
Oh man, stinks too.
It does. It's got a nice little whiff to it. Sounds
Yeah.
smells Italian.
Yeah.
So I like the scene when they head out riding and then the horses get all fucking freaked out. And the graboid snakes come from the ground and fucking grabs one of they grab
horses?
Earl's horse, huh?
Yeah.
Gotta grab Earl's horse and it fucking dreams him down. And you start seeing the ground moving and they start booking it and they like try to jump an aqueduct and fucking miss and the fucking graboid just slams into it like head first.
Yeah.
I thought the practical effects for the graboids are really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Because this is where we finally see him, right? Because he crashes
Yeah.
into the stone wall, and then the grad student shows up, and she's like, "Hey, what are you guys
Rhonda.
doing?" Yeah, Rhonda shows up. It's like, "What you guys up to?" And then she sees like the big hole, and she's like, "What's that?" And they like they break it they break open the rest of the hole, and then we see the graboid, and I like how they're immediately like, "Jesus Christ, does it smell like that? Because it's dead."
Yeah, they call
Yeah.
out like it smelling is something that's referenced a lot by like everybody, even the old people, the doctors when the Jenny gets sucked in, they
Oh, they're like,
smell
"What's that
something like
smell?"
weird. Yeah, like what's that smell?
Yeah.
And I
no one
also-
ever can describe what it smells like though.
It smells
Nah.
bad,
That-
bro.
just that it smells.
Yeah,
The live ones smell worse than the dead ones.
yeah. I also like that we see how big the graboids are because they're
Yeah,
not
they're
like
fucking huge.
like
Yeah.
what you'd seen before. It looks like a little snake, but that's actually like its tongue or like
Yeah.
anteater like nose or whatever the heck. Like
That's how they get you. That's how they like fish you in. And I like how their front head looks kind of like a beak.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that
Starship
was
Trooper.
cool. It does look like a Starship Trooper, like the
Yeah.
arachnid.
yeah.
And then it's long, dude. It was like what, 20 feet probably?
It's like a giant like grub
Worm.
or like a giant maggot.
Yeah, it looks like a giant maggot, and it has those like little spikes that it uses to like propel itself through the sand.
Yeah, it's
I like
it's crazy looking.
during the scene, Rhonda and the guys are like looking at it and they're doing like a full analysis of it, and they're literally breaking down like everything like that it is, what it does, and all this shit. And like they later on, whenever they have a question about like what is going on, they turn to Rhonda and they're like, Rhonda, what do you think? And she's like, why are you asking me? I don't know. This is the first time I've seen it.
It's a grad student, dude. She's got her fucking PhD.
I know. PhD in finding new creatures.
I like how when they get it, they're all hyped. They're like, because she's like, this is the greatest scientific discovery like in the last like millennia. Like there's no record of these in the fossil record. They're like,
Yeah.
we're gonna be so rich, we're gonna be so famous. And Earl's like, I like to see Walter get this, measly $15. Like they're all like ready. They're like, we're gonna fucking cash in, dude. This is our fucking meal ticket.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
all have different ideas of what they could be. I know Val thought they were government experiments
The fight
developed
against
to
the
take out the
Russians.
Russians.
Trying against the Russians.
Yeah, and then
Earl thinks
what's-
they're from space.
yeah, Earl thinks they're aliens.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what Rhonda thinks.
He thinks that they're prehistoric beings
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. She's a
were
prehistoric.
billions of years old that
Mhm.
we haven't discovered yet.
That's right. That's right. But before this is they're like talking and like trying to figure out what to go and haul it out. And then they get chased by the other graboids, right? And they have to book it and they to that rock.
Yeah, and they get stuck on the
Yeah.
rock.
Yeah,
together.
because this is where we get some like exposition of like the graboids' powers. So we know they're super fast. They have those like snake tongue things. They can't break through solid rock, and the graboid never leaves because they're waiting up there for hours. And like, oh, we haven't seen signs of them. So Val loses rock paper scissors to go check if he's still there. So he's like hitting the dirt with like a piece of wood, and then it immediately comes up and like grabs the wood. And then we learn that they can hear people through vibrations in the ground. So because they're on the rock is like, I guess, a big conductor of vibrations. So the worm's just sitting there waiting them out. And then that's when they realize, oh, that's how it got Earl. Like it just waited him out until he died. And then it took off. So this is where we kind of get our expose about like the superpowers that is the graboid.
Yeah. And then they pole vault.
Yeah.
And then they pole vault.
They figure out how to get it out because Rhonda's. I wrote, I'm like, where the fuck did those poles come from?
was gonna say
They're
that.
so
How lucky.
perfect.
They're
How
like
lucky
perfect
was that?
poles. I mean,
Yeah.
it looked like there was a pile of like construction material because there was also like 2x4s and the poles there. I'm like, oh, maybe they were building a fence or something. But there was just like a stack of like perfectly like chiseled out poles you could get
Poles.
from like fucking Home Depot or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were so smooth.
Like
We're
sanded down.
smooth. Yeah.
It had like a perfect like cut off end to them.
yeah, there no rough edges. It was all smooth. Like it was all treated already.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny. I was like, where the fuck did they get these? And all right, whatever. Like in this
In the middle of
random-
nowhere too.
Yeah, this random rock. Oh my god! But I thought it was funny when Earl tries to pole vault and he like fucks up.
And he fails.
He goes halfway. And he's like, fuck. love a good comedic tone.
And then back at town, this is where they have the debate of the name.
Yeah. After they
Yeah.
pole vault and they get into Rhonda's little Mazda truck. I like those little trucks. And then they end up back to the town and they kind of that's where they tell everybody like what it is that they're trying to what they're fighting, and then it's Walter and Melvin, right? Are trying to come up with the name.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah,
Melvin
then-
comes up with snakeoids and he's like, oids, I like oids.
Or suckoids.
Or suckoids. I like how everyone's arguing about like what they're gonna do next. And then they're like, well, they're like, somebody's gotta be coming, right? Like it's been like 3 days, someone's gonna come check on us. And it cuts to like the backup crew going to check on the original crew, and they got
Yeah.
killed too.
Yeah.
And then it flashes back to them, and they're still arguing about what to do. And then fucking Walter goes, Graboids. That's what we'll call them, Graboids. He's like not even remotely giving a fuck about what's going on. He's just like one track mind on like to come up with the name.
Well,
You
I
gotta-
mean, they did
gotta name
discover
'em.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's like, you gotta name it. You're gonna regret not coming up with the name.
I like snakeoids.
Yeah, I like snakeoids too. Melvin keeps calling them snakeoids throughout the rest of the movie.
Yeah,
like-
but then
like
Val
Tremors.
calls them graboids.
Yeah, they go with Walter's name.
Yeah. Twan over there. Just Tremors.
They're called Tremors, damn it.
Tremors. And this is where the movie really picks up because this is when
Yeah.
all the graboids converge onto the town and everyone starts getting fucked up. Because the first one to get it is Melvin. He's like dribbling the basketball and then it just like disappears. And it tries to grab him and he manages to run away. Because he keeps like this entire time he's been playing pranks throughout the movie.
Yeah.
And so then everyone's like, Earl's all pissed off. He's like, I'm gonna kick that kid's ass because he keeps playing games. And then they find him and he's like climbed up a pole, right? And he's like
Yeah.
all scared, hugging the pole. And we see that his legs all fucked up.
I did think that Melvin was gonna, because even before when the doctors were unloading shit at their house, the man like lays on his car and he's like, I'm dead. And then immediately after, like, he dies. Like, there was some foreshadowing that happens. And I feel like they try to like foreshadow Melvin dying in this instant, but he didn't. And so I was like, God damn it, because this fucking kid was so annoying throughout the whole movie because he just
Yeah, he's
keeps
a
on
little
pranking
asshole.
everybody.
Yeah, he's a little shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like at one point he like runs out with like the graboid wrapped around his neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone gets all pissed off at him. So then they get Melvin, but he survives. Then they get Rhonda, right?
No, they go after Mindy, the
Oh, they go
Yeah,
after
the pogo
Mindy.
girl.
And then Val-
Yeah, Mindy
girl.
and her mom. Yeah.
Val books it and like grabs her and tackles through the ground and they eat her pogo.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And then her and Nancy go into the house. Then while that's happening, Rhonda runs out to help too, her and Earl. And then Rhonda gets stuck and wrapped around in barbed wire.
Some like
Yeah.
random barbed wire on the floor. There's so much random shit out there.
It's so crazy too, because like there's nothing but space and everyone has nothing but time. You think you could like just pick up a little bit.
Nah. That's why they live out there. No
Yeah.
rules.
That was
No
a Val
rules,
and Earl.
all
That was a
freedom.
Val and Earl job, but that wasn't scheduled till Thursday.
Yeah.
So then Rhonda gets wrapped up, and then Val goes to help her, and she has to like take her pants off. I guess that scene, she didn't rehearse it, so her taking her pants off, though they got shot, was her like honest, I guess, reaction to her having to take her pants off in front of Kevin Bacon.
Wait, like her during that scene and then after when he's cleaning her? Or
Like the scene where she takes her pants off. Yeah.
when just the scene when she's stuck on the barbed wire.
Yeah. They didn't
Crazy.
rehearse. She didn't rehearse it at all. So she's like, I wanted to have like a genuine reaction to taking my pants off for Kevin Bacon. It was Kevin Bacon, dude. He was like a big movie star at the time.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a
Freaking
heartthrob. It was 1990s. I mean, it only been like 8 years since Footloose.
Kevin Bacon. In all my
Kevin
notes, I don't
Bacon.
even name Val. I just put bacon.
Bacon?
I just have bacon throughout all my notes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Bacon
And I-
saves the girl. Fuck it, pants off.
Fuck your pants off.
And I like the scene when they're booking it after they save her, and you see the like the floorboards like shooting up on the deck while they're running away. I thought that looked really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It reminded me of like another like Jaws scene where like
Yep.
Jaws is coming up on the dock and like the dock is like rising as Jaws is coming up as well.
Oh, dude, I didn't even connect that. Yeah, it is just like that scene.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
But what if this is a prequel or sequel to Jaws?
It's land sharks.
Jaws is secretly a tremor
Mm-hmm.
or a graboid.
Mm-hmm.
Metamorphosized
A succoid.
succoid.
Mm.
And then this is the saddest death in the whole movie, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They're helping Rhonda with all her like cuts. Her and Mr. Val, Mr. Kevin Bacon are like looking deeply into each other's eyes, having a moment. And then Walter's cooler goes off. I guess the condenser's fucked up or the motor. because it happens earlier in the movie. I think it's one of those foreshadowing things you're talking about, Matt. Like it happens earlier in the movie, and he's asking Val and Earl, like, "Oh, I think this might be wrong with it," and they're like, "All right, we'll take a look at it like later." And then it goes off again, so they like run, book it, and they unplug it, and they're like, "All right, cool, we saved it." And then the fucking graboid shoots out of the ground of Walter's place and fucking just stows the snakes, and they just suck him on the back, and he just gets pulled in, and then Walter dies.
Yeah, R.I.P. Walter.
He had the most intense death because you could see him like fully in the like mouth of the graboid.
It's very Deep Blue Sea esque.
It was very Deep Blue Sea. I saw like when
Jackson.
Samuel Jackson got eaten. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
After he gave that crazy speech.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a good movie. We should cover Deep Blue Sea.
Down.
All right. So then we switch back to Bert and Heather. And Bert, I like how Bert's license plate says Uzi for you. Because he's a real gun nut. And I guess like on the front, his right bumper says Free Afghanistan.
Damn.
So I guess he's an anti-government guy, right?
Yeah, just some
like prepper dude who doesn't like the government.
That was why he moved out there, for the freedom.
That's right. Total was it geo isolation? Oh, here comes my favorite scene. When I was a kid, I fucking loved this scene, dude. This whole segment. So they're on the radio. Everyone's gotten up to their roof at this point. Oh, I guess we forgot to mention that point. Like after Walter gets eaten, they're like, all right, we got to climb onto the roof. And Rhonda gets thrown out a window, and she manages to escape and go up a water tower. Earl, Val, and Miguel are on top of Walter's market. Nigel's on top of his trailer, and then Nancy and Nadine, is that her name?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're on top of their house, and then fucking Melvin's on top of like the world's flimsiest looking shed.
He is. I was actually
like
surprised that he got up there. I know.
Yeah, I was like, what is? I'm like, dude, that's just like 4 pieces of sheet metal that are like glued together. But I felt like that pole was more secure than the fucking roof was, but
And it's funny that out of all the buildings, that's the one that doesn't get
fucked
attacked.
up.
Yeah.
Maybe it does. Maybe because of the way it's constructed, it doesn't carry a lot of vibration.
I think Walter just doesn't move. I mean, Melvin just doesn't move. Like he just like
Yeah, he's just
like
laying there.
no vibrations.
Fucking, he's locked in. All right, so then everyone's on their roof, and Heather throws her old bullets on into like this I don't know what that machine does,
Dude,
but
I don't know what it's like. A sand. It's full of sand and bullets.
I think it cleans the casing so then they can be reused.
Oh,
Because I know it's part of making bullets, because you can make your own bullets pretty easily, I've heard. So she's like cleaning their own old rounds, and then Bert's talking to Val, and then Heather's like, there's something weird going on. Bert, everyone's on top of their roof. And they're telling Bert and Heather, like, get up on your roof, get out of your basement, they're coming for you. And then I like how like as soon as they say that, he looks at Heather and they immediately like she tosses them a rifle and they're just like locked and loaded. They're like ready to go, dude.
yeah.
They have
Ready
like
for
no
war.
hesitation. And then he's like, I don't see anything, Val. And he's like, they're under the ground. He's like, they're what? They're under the ground. And then it like switches back to Val's. And you hear Bert on the radio being like, what the fuck? And like it crashes. And then you just hear it. They're all like, oh, fuck, like they got him. And then you just hear like gunfire off in the distance.
Yeah.
And they're all looking at each other like, what the fuck? And then it switches back to Bert and Heather. And they have like a whole wall just full of guns. And they just start fucking
It's crazy.
unloading into the fucking graboid.
Blasting.
They shoot him with the rifle. Fucking Bert gets grabbed and Heather just starts fucking like shotgunning it in the fucking mouth. He grabs a machine gun and just starts lighting it up, and she gets 2 pistols and just starts like double pistoling it.
Dude. Badass.
And they finally get it because fucking Bert has an elephant gun, and he gets the elephant gun and just boom, he blasts it twice, and that just boom, just takes out the graboid.
Yeah. But he shoots it in the mouth. That's the only. I think that was the only reason why he killed it.
I think if we would have shot in the body, it would have done something. Because, I mean, it is an elephant gun. The graboid was huge, but it wasn't bigger than an elephant.
But I think its skin is tough. It was so tough that it wasn't getting affected. I think the elephant gun, him shooting it in the mouth was the only reason why, because there was like no like armor in its mouth when his mouth was open.
It's like in Godzilla -1 when he flew the plane into its mouth.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That's what killed it.
The mouth is
The mouth is
a
a
weak point.
weakness. It is a
Yeah.
weak point.
Protect your mouths.
And then fucking they kill the graboid, and then Bert gives his greatest line where he says what does he say? He broke into the wrong rec room. He's all hyped. He's like, I like it. Him and Heather look like well, she looks like oh, I'm glad it's done, and he looks like all fucking like adrenaline like pumped up.
Yeah.
And then that's when you should just call her. Then he tells Val that they got that mother humper.
Yep.
And that's what they call the graboids from now on.
The mother humpers.
Yeah. And then that's when Val tells them there are 2 more, I repeat, 2 more mother humpers.
Yep. And then he tries to shoot through the dirt. And,
Yeah.
With the elephant gun.
And the elephant gun doesn't go through the dirt.
The graboids are starting to get smart because like some time has passed. They're like all waiting, trying to figure out what to do. And they're like, all right, we'll go up the old Jeep trail because the Jeep trail leads to the mountains. And then he's like, we'll just follow the mountains to Bigsby. And then we can get help and like escape this town. Because we didn't mention it, but Val figures it out because everyone's like, oh, maybe they're not going to come to us. They're just going to leave us alone. And he points out a map. He's like, they got Earl here. They got Fred here. The doctor's place is right here. He's like, we're next. They're just eating their way through the valley. Like we're the last stop. So that's when they figure out like, okay, we'll take Bert and Heather are the only one with the truck. Because they're like, you need a 4x4 to get up that old Jeep trail because it's all fucked up. But then the graboids get smart and they destroy Bert and Heather's truck. So then they're kind of stuck and they're like, well, fuck, what are we going to do? And then we learn that the graboids are smart and they start like fucking up the foundation of the buildings to try and test to see if they can get at them that way. And they're able to like flip over Nigel's like trailer. And Nigel's a fucking idiot. As his trailer gets flipped over, he falls to the ground. And instead of like running back onto the trailer, which I feel like now that it's on its side would be harder to flip, he fucking like just lays in like a big ass like tractor tire.
Yeah.
And that was a cool death. And they just suck him into the middle of it. And then that's it. Nigel dies.
Nestor.
Oh, Nestor. Not Nigel. My bad. Nestor. That's also a stupid name.
Yeah, that dude was not smart. But he was one of those like side people that didn't even really matter anyways.
Nestor dies and they start fucking with Nancy's place, Walter's place. They don't really fuck with Melvin's. Like Melvin kind of gets like untouched.
They don't fuck with him at all. Like I just think it's because he's like so scared. He just has no vibrations.
I think you're right.
Like he's just laying there.
Frozen out of fear.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, smart. It works. And that's when they like fucking cave in Walter's place and like, fuck, we got to get out of here. We're like, oh, we need like a tank or something. And that's when Earl comes with the idea that they'll take the Bobcat, like this bulldozer. And they're like, oh, well, that thing's slower than hell. And they're like, well, it weighs about 22 tons. There's no way they can suck that in. The guy was like, well, we can't put everyone on the bulldozer. So they decide they'll just chain it to an old semi-trailer and just drag it along. They're like, the bulldozer will be able to pull it. So like, all right, cool. That's the plan. So Miguel comes up with the idea is that they have Walter has a little tractor. They set the tractor in one way when somebody runs to the Bobcat, and then that's how they'll escape. So this is like the final rock, paper, scissors, right? Where Earl and Val go rock, paper, scissors. Because Earl's like, I want to go. I'm the best at driving the Bobcat. And Val's like, but I'm faster than you are. And what does he say? He's like, something and wiser. And he's like, well, you're one. He's like, I'm old and I'm older and wiser. And he's like, well, you're one of those things.
Yeah.
They go rock, paper, scissors. Val loses. And he's like, oh, well, I guess I got to go. He's like, no, I'm going. I get to choose. And Val's like, all right. And he's going to go shake his hand and like wish him good luck. And then he fucking elbows him in the ribs. And I like how when he jumps off the roof, he just fucking lands on like the, what is it, like the little cover?
The awning.
Like the awning just like crashes through it and he just books it. He almost makes it, but the tractor falls over. And that's when Rhonda tells him to stop. And like he stops like on a dime, fucking Barry Sanders status. And the graboid like stops right in front of him, but it can't find him. And it's like puts his snake thing out as like a feeler. He just keeps like moving his leg to like dodge it. I thought that was pretty funny. So he's stuck. Rhonda comes with a brilliant idea. She's like, well, I'm on a water tower. So she busts the pipe. The water hits the ground. That creates a shit ton of vibration. The graboid leaves him alone, goes after Rhonda. He's able to get to Bobcat, hooks it up to the trailer. And then basically, from that point on, they kind of just pack everybody in. It's like not really much issue after that.
Yeah.
It's
So
like
they get all the people in the
old
town.
school desert fucking school bus. I
Mhm.
feel like that's how people used to get around back in the day.
I know it's like a covered wagon almost. I saw that and I'm like, what is that? I mean, they said it's like an old semi trailer, but like, why is it cut in half like that?
You don't cut semi trailers in half?
I wouldn't even know how to do that. I don't have the tools for that.
Well,
It kind of looks like an oil tanker.
Pole
split in half.
vaulting poles.
I mean,
Things
through
just
God,
happen
anything is
in the
possible,
desert.
brother.
If God,
Exactly.
anything is possible. That's funny. So then they pick everybody up. They get the last people to get picked up are Heather and Bert, and they're just making like homemade bombs.
Yeah.
Making pipe bombs on the roof.
Just making pipe bombs on the roof. That shit was pretty funny. Yeah, they take forever to load up with all their fucking ammunition and shit.
They have a lot of stuff.
They fucking bring all kinds of stuff. They're going around, they're letting everyone's getting a gun. Like how Melvin's like, give me a gun, and Bert's like, I wouldn't give you a gun if it was World War III.
I like how when they're leaving, Bert was like saying goodbye to his house. He was like, food for 5 years, water filtration, air filtration, 1,000 gallons of gas, bomb shelter. Like, damn, just naming off all the things that he's gonna be leaving behind.
Yeah. He
Dude
couldn't
was
stay there
ready.
because of the goddamn worms.
He's like, goddamn worm. His house was dope as fuck.
Yeah. The top of it looked like a normal like trailer, but it was below where everything was, like his gun stash and all that stuff. That was really cool.
Yeah,
He
like
had
he
the-
built
He had the
down.
most tricked out house. Yeah.
Yeah,
I wonder what he did to be able to afford all that.
probably ran a podcast, conspiracy theory podcast. Probably
That's funny.
Alex Jones.
There it is.
He's the original libertarian. So then they get Bert, they get Heather, they're heading out. And everything's going smooth, right? Because it cuts and they're like, they only have like 5 miles to go till they meet the Jeep, get up the Jeep trail.
Yeah,
And they see the graboids like off in the distance, like doing shit. And they're like, what do you think they're up to? And they're like, I don't care, just as long as they're doing it way over there. And then they build like, they create like, they like loosen the dirt, right? So that the tractor can't go over because it's too heavy.
Yeah, they make a trap.
And they make a trap. I like how Bert's is standing on like the bulldozer's like mouth, just chilling with his gun, just like keeping watch. And he sees the trap and he tells him to stop too late. He gets fucking flung from the bulldozer. Everyone else eats shit, and they need to book it. And I like how Melvin's all scared, so he's like, "Will this make you feel better?" And he gives him a Magnum. And he's like, "Hell yeah, let's go." They start booking it towards the rocks, and Melvin immediately starts like shooting, and there's no bullets in it. He's like, "Bert, you fucking asshole!" That shit was funny. They get there, and he's like, "You gave me a gun with no ammo." I guess they paid attention to detail here because when Bert grabs it, he's like, "Well, I got you moving," and he checks originally if it's unloaded. Gives it to Melvin, gets it back from Melvin, and then checks again to double check that it's unloaded. I guess that's what you're supposed to do for proper gun safety rules.
yeah.
I was like, oh, that's cool. I was like, that's a nice little attention to detail for his character because he's a mad gun nut.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see they put a lot of love and care into this movie because you get those little details, right? They get to the rock. They're there for hours. Bert's getting like, he becomes all emo boy. He's telling Heather, he's like, if it comes to starvation or me, he's like, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna strap one of these bombs to me, light it on fire, and let him take me. And everyone's like, Jesus Christ. And that's when Earl gets the idea. He's like, that's not a bad idea. And then he's like about to start. He's like, it's like going fishing. They tie a rope to the pipe bombs, and they're gonna light it. And they throw rocks to get like the Graboids' attention. Throw the stick of dynamite there with the rope. Have it take him, and then boom, and blow it up. I like how when he's like, what kind of fuse is this? He's like, it's a cannon fuse. He's like, what do you use this for? He's like, my cannon.
Or
I fucking love Bert.
Yeah, another thing Bert said, I forgot who asked him, but it was like, what's in these bombs? He says a few household chemicals in the proper proportions.
Yeah,
Like,
that was sick. This is a mad little domestic terrorist in the making.
Yeah.
So the bomb works. It kills one of the last two Graboids, and there's one left, and they're trying to do the move again, and it's old Stumpy. Oh, I guess we forgot to mention this because this actually is pretty important. So when they run to the rocks, they chuck a bomb in the direction that they're trying to run. Because I guess the bomb makes such a loud explosive vibration that it like hurts the senses of the Graboid. So they like take off away from it. So they use that to help them get to the rocks. So when they try to get old Stumpy, he's like smart. He's the smartest of all the Graboids. And he spits back out the pipe bomb, fucking perfect precision shot, lands it on the pile of ammo and other pipe bombs. It just blows up the rock. Val, Earl, and Rhonda get flung from the rocks. They get flung far as fuck, dude. They're mad far from where everyone else is. I'm like, how the fuck they get all the way out there? Val has the only bomb. So they're like, Earl, throw the bomb. Earl and Rhonda are telling him, throw the bomb so they can like run back to the rocks. And like how Val's like, I'm going to go for it. And he's like, you're going to go for it? And he just books it, like immediately just starts sprinting. And you see that he's sprinting towards like the edge of a cliff. Earl follows him for whatever reason, because I guess he's just ride or die. Rhonda realizes that she has the lighter, so she runs after him too. He breaks the fuse, lights it, throws it behind the Graboid. It blows up, fucks up its senses. It starts rushing towards them. They dive out at the last second, and then you see the Graboid like breaks through the cliff and then flies and then just lands at the bottom, falls like 50 feet and just like explodes. That shit. And then he's like, what does he tell? Can you fly, you sucker? Yeah. I guess originally he was supposed to say, can you fly, you fucker? But there was too many F-bombs in the movie, so they redubbed it to take out like 20 F-bombs, so there was only 2 left in the whole movie.
Damn, that's funny you say that.
Be rated R.
Yeah, because there was certain points in time where people's lips weren't matching what I was hearing. And so I had also thought too, because I wasn't sure if what I was watching was like an edited version of the movie. Like, sometimes on like TV, they would edit the movie to like clean it up or clean the language up. I was like, damn, am I watching like a cleaned up version of this movie? So that's funny that you say that, because now everything makes sense.
Yeah, they had to redub it because I guess they got the rated R and they didn't want the rated R. They only got the rated R because of language. There's too many F-bombs. So they like, he was going to say we got that motherfucker, but they changed it to we got that mother humper. There's a few other instances where they take out fuck and they replace it with like shit or something else.
Yeah.
So that's it. They kill the last Graboid. Everybody celebrates. And then they get back to the town. Rhonda's all excited. She's like, we've had this like big scientific discovery. I'm gonna be part of it. Val and Earl are like, we're gonna make some money. They're having like a cute little moment. They're doing like a will they, won't they? I guess originally they didn't kiss, but then when they showed it to the test audience, like the whole crowd just started chanting, kiss her, kiss her, kiss her. So they had to do like a quick reshoot to make them kiss at the end of the movie.
So that additional scene.
Yeah,
like
that was an additional
when he goes up,
added.
that's real additional. Damn.
Yeah, when he like runs after her and they kiss, and then that's kind of how the movie ends.
Nice.
Val gets the girl.
One of the like a few times where the audience can like upgrade a story, kind of like what they did with like the Sonic movie, because Sonic
Yeah.
looked really
Oh, yeah,
bad, so they
he
had to
looked
like
horrible.
redo Sonic. Yeah, nice. Bacon flirt, bacon kiss.
Bacon.
Also, when at the end when he kills the last Graboid, he said stampede, and in the beginning of the movie, he says
That's right.
stampede to what's his name, to try to like
Earl.
wake him up,
Earl,
Earl, because
yeah.
Earl's sleeping.
That's right. That's how he wakes him up. I forgot about that. And I like how Earl's like, did I ever tell you about the time I was in a real stampede? And Val's like, yeah, it was 30 head. He's like, yeah, I've heard this fucking story before. That was pretty funny. What'd you guys think of the end? I liked it. I thought they did a good job and it like made sense.
Yeah, stampede.
It was a good ending.
I like that like the last or the Graboid that got fucked up in the beginning that lost like a tongue. He was like the smartest Graboid. Like he was. I feel like there was the one that learned and like he fucked up all the foundations. He like made
Yeah,
the
old
trap and all
Stumpy?
that shit. Yeah,
Mhm.
he was like the smartest one out of all of them. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, he learned. He learned real quick. Maybe because he's the one that got his fucking mouth ripped off. So he's like, gotta look
Don't
at
like
this.
that.
He's like, that's not fun.
Yeah, but
Did
it
you
was.
guys go ahead? Sorry.
But it was cool. I did like the end. Like especially when they were doing like the whole fishing thing at the first one. That was pretty funny. But Stumpy's like aim was all bomb because he chucked it up in the air. Like exactly where they threw it from was exactly where Stumpy threw it back at them. So he was a crazy graboid.
Yeah, it
Built
was
different, dude.
calculated.
Yeah.
It was he. You ever played that game? Like on the iPhone games, Tanks. You
Yeah.
have to calculate the trajectory and the
Of
wind.
the little
Yeah,
missile.
That's what he did.
Old Stumpy.
It's all bomb.
Should we get into our interesting facts? You guys got anything lined up?
Hit it.
Well, so this movie made $6.4 to $10 million. They gave it a range. That's how much they made it for. And it only made 16.7 million. I guess it only made a third of its like projected income. So it was kind of it underperformed. It was a little bit of a bomb. And Kevin Bacon, I guess, thought that this movie was going to be a career killer, and he like hated this movie. He didn't start like appreciating it until I think like 2018, where he said like it was like one of the most fun he's ever had on a set was doing Tremors. He's been looking to recapture that feeling ever since. But originally, when he took it on, it's because like he was having a kid and he was getting married, so he needed money. So that's why he took the movie. And I guess like at one point, during filming, he was like yelling at his fucking wife, and he's like, "This movie's gonna end my career," and he like collapsed to the ground and had like a fucking breakdown, dude.
Damn.
I was like, God damn. I mean, when I saw this movie originally, like as a kid, because I knew who Kevin Bacon was, and Kevin Bacon, he's in everything. Like he's a big star. He's been in so many movies. And I was like, that's so weird that Kevin Bacon, because like usually you see these type like a star of Kevin Bacon's like status in these movies, but it's like early in their career.
Yeah.
But this was
Yeah.
like post Footloose Kevin Bacon by like a good amount of time. Like he's been like a known like A-list celebrity up until this point. So to see him do like this random creature feature was pretty weird, I guess. And so when I saw it, I was like, well, I can't believe Kevin Bacon did this movie. And I knew, I was like, oh, 1990, like he'd already been out for a while. Like, why did he do this? And I guess he just needed the money, man. It was just like one of those money movies.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you look at I think the highest grossing actor of all time is Samuel L. Jackson. And that dude just takes anything and everything that comes his
Anything and
way.
everything. Yep. I don't know how many like straight to video movies I've seen like when you're at the supermarket and they just have that like pile of DVDs. Well, I guess they don't have them anymore, but they used to. And I'd be like, what is this movie? What the fuck? Samuel L. Jackson's in this movie? It's like just the randomest shit ever. He does it all, man. He treats it like a job.
Yeah.
I got a couple more.
It was Reba McEntire's first movie.
Yeah, and I guess the director like hated that she wanted to be in it. Because
Why?
he's like, so he was like, I'm tired of this Hollywood trope where you throw like celebrities or singers into movies to try and like gain an audience because of their name. He's like, because they don't respect the craft, they're not actors. And then Reba did her audition, and he immediately was like, "Oh shit, she's like a good actress. Like she's actually really good at this." And like he apologized to her and like gave her the role.
Yeah, she was a. I mean, she did good. Like
She got nominated for I think a Saturn Award for her role in this movie.
in this movie, nice.
Nice.
I like Reba. I thought Heather was cool.
Yeah,
I saw that the filming location is a pretty well known location. I think what is it called? It's like Alabama's. I just had it.
Didn't they-
yeah,
didn't they
it's
film up in Cali?
Alabama Hills in Lone Pine, California.
Yeah, Lone Pine.
Yeah, Gladiator was filmed there. Iron Man, Man of Steel,
Oh, sick.
and Tremors. Yeah.
Sick. Oh, I wonder if it's probably that gladiator scene where he's all like fucked up and when they're pulling him through the desert.
Yeah, he's fucked up that whole movie.
Yeah, he's fucked up.
he's fucked up the whole.
I guess this movie has been an influence on other media. There's a SpongeBob SquarePants episode called Sandy, SpongeBob, and the Worm.
Yeah, the
Where
Alaskan bullworm.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
Alaskan bullworm. And they beat the Alaskan bullworm in the same way that that Kevin Bacon beats the Tremor.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty cool. And then in James Gunn's movie Slither, the community school is called the Earl Bassett Community School,
Nice.
based off of Fred
Mm,
Ward's character.
Nice.
So I thought that was pretty cool. And the Graboid sounds have become pretty popular. They use them in Predator 2, Starship Troopers, Ants, Mosquitoes, Eight-Legged Freaks, and Kong Skull Island.
Damn, that's
That's
random.
cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And I guess what made this movie like so successful, like post theatrical, is that it tripled its profits in home video sales, and it's been translated to pretty much every major video format, all the way up to like 4K Ultra HD video.
Nice.
Nice. Was this another one of the National Film Registry movies?
No, I didn't make the National Film Registry. That'd have been cool though. And my boy Roger Ebert said that he was embarrassed that he liked the movie so much.
What a fucking dude. What? He was embarrassed for liking the movie, huh?
He's a pinky up kind of guy, dude. He's he's a provocateur. Yeah, I read that
That's
and
funny.
I was like, God damn, fucking Ebert, like simmer down, bro.
That's your
I'm-
boy. Get your boy, dog.
Like when he's at cocktail parties, he's like, that movie's trash. But when he's at home, he's like, he's a little slut for this movie. I guess S.S. Wilson, the writer, got the idea for the movie when he was in the Navy, just sitting on a rock out in the middle of the desert outside of a town with a population of like 34 people or something that had one road the same way, just going in and out. And he's like, it'd be kind of crazy if there was like something underground that wouldn't let me get off this rock. That's where like Tremors was born.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild, dude. Just like an intrusive thought just turned into a whole ass movie.
For real.
It's one of those what do you call it? Like apple falling from the tree gravity moments. What's his name?
Fucking Newton.
Yeah.
Apple just tree gravity once. Yeah, pretty much.
Wait,
but on the
wait, why? Oh,
don't know,
because he like observed it.
He was
and he was
he
like,
was randomly sitting under an apple tree and then an apple fell and he was like, "Oh, gravity."
wild, wild. What made that apple fall? That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then this dude was sitting on a rock and he's just like, damn, what if there's something underneath here that wouldn't let me leave?
What if I was stuck here? What
Fuck.
would make me stuck here?
Fucking big ass worm. And what's cool is that the movie
Land shark.
never like reveals where the worms come from, but they just leave
Yeah.
it. They leave it open to the audience's interpretation and for possible sequels.
do they
What would you
eventually?
think?
Yeah, they eventually reveal why
Oh,
they've been around. They're prehistoric and they're the ones who killed the dinosaurs.
Damn, the Tremors killed the dinosaurs.
Yeah, I think it's in the second or third one that they reveal it.
Damn.
That's cool. Spoiler alert.
All right, should we get into our reviews? Or you guys got anything else?
No, I don't have anything else.
All right, let's get into our reviews then. All right, Say, I want to start with you because I remember you mentioned that as a kid, you thought this movie was kind of dumb, but as an adult, you feel like you appreciate it more.
Mhm.
So, what do you give this? What do you give this movie? I guess what changed your mind from when you first saw it to now that like made it more enjoyable?
I think I don't know. I guess it brought up like a little bit of nostalgia watching it again as an adult. And I feel like for me personally, sometimes like the cheesy kind of corny stuff is a little more enjoyable now that I don't know, I guess I've had a lot of life over time and just I don't know, like small funny things that weren't funny before are funny now. And I just I don't know, I thought it was like a lighthearted kind of monster movie with Kevin Bacon just saving the day all day. And I liked all of the like humor and like dialogue within it because there's so many different references and callbacks to like different conversations throughout the whole movie that I enjoyed. And I think as a kid I didn't appreciate like any of that other stuff. So I'm giving this movie a B minus because I think it was good. It wasn't amazing. I, I mean I don't have any like Rex. I don't know how you can make it better, but I don't know. It was like a solid B minus for me. Good watch. I'd recommend it if you haven't seen it before. It's just like a fun kind of quick movie that you can put on. I think it's like an hour 30. So yeah, you could get through it like pretty fast, and it's just kind of something just enjoyable to put on. It's like an easy watch.
Nice. Yeah, it's like an hour and 35 or something like that. Yeah, it's a quick movie.
Yeah.
I think it's paced pretty well.
Yeah, and it's like a fun ride. Like I don't think there's a point in time where it like dies down. It just like constantly keeps rolling, and there's some type of humor happening, or we get like a scene of where the Graboid is like going through the dirt, and so it's fun. It's a good watch.
Nice. I agree for sure. Like I'll go next. That's one thing I really enjoyed about this movie, and I've always liked is the way it balances humor with like horror. Like it doesn't take itself too seriously, but it takes itself seriously enough that the Graboids are like an actual threat in the movie,
Mm-hmm.
and the audience is afraid and like needs to like solve this problem of how to fight these creatures that live underground. I thought the acting was cool, especially the relationship between Earl and Val is super good. I thought their chemistry was like on point. I gave this movie a B plus. Is it the greatest movie in the world? Absolutely not. But it is an enjoyable ride. I think this is a fun movie.
Yeah.
It's good to just like sit down and watch. Like Matt said, if you haven't seen it, you should definitely give it a shot because it's funny. It's well crafted. It goes by quick. The acting's good. The story's actually surprisingly pretty solid. And for like a creature feature, I mean, it's just a fun ride. So B plus for me. Highly recommend it. If you don't like these type of movies, I don't know, maybe you could pass, but I still think for the comedic points, it's still like worth a watch because it's not overly scary or anything. It's just it's just a good solid ride.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about you, Twan? You said this movie holds a special place in your heart. So why don't you finish this off?
Yeah, no, I mean it's a movie that I've seen quite a few times growing up. It's a movie that I've always enjoyed. Every time I watch it, it's it definitely has like a lot of sentimental value to it. I don't think that plays too much into my like overall review or view of the movie. I think it's still a really good, really fun, enjoyable watch. It's a great creature feature flick. It has characters that are easy to like. a story that's easy to follow. It's one of those like small town, big adventure movies, like Legion, Dust Till Dawn. I even put Lord of the Rings. I feel is a small town, big adventure movie because I mean, where they come from, the Shire, that's a small town, right? I like all those movies. But yeah,
What a comparison.
That's a crazy comparison.
small town, big adventure. Yeah, I love Kevin Bacon, and it felt like it's like a Jaws movie. It felt like land Jaws. If you like Jaws, you'll like this movie. I would recommend it. I gave it a solid B. It isn't like you both said, it isn't something that's like amazing, like, you know, this Oscar fucking worthy movie, but it's fun. It's a fun watch. It's entertaining throughout. And yeah, it's a cool movie. Fun ride.
Nice. So we got a B minus, a B plus, and a B. So we stand pretty much where
Solid
where
B.
modern audiences have it. Like Rotten Tomatoes gives it an 88%, and IMDb has it at a 7.1. So, you know, people like it. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
It's a fun ride.
I'm interested as to why like it flopped so hard when it came out, because it is fun. Like it's a fun movie. I wonder if like maybe people thought that this was going to be more of like a serious, like,
I heard it was
heavy
marketing.
Oh, like the trailers and shit that came out for it. Oh,
Yeah, they said the director said that, or the writer said, no, the director Underwood said that the opening theatrical trailer was cringeworthy.
Mm,
I mean, a
Damn.
trailer can make or break a movie.
that's true. Yeah. Damn. I guess I could see that. Like if the trailer was marketing this as like a really like intense horror movie about this creature in the desert, and then you see it and it's like a lot more like lighthearted, like I could understand why then. But still, I mean, overall, like it was a solid movie, like a solid B. So it's interesting that it didn't make like that much, and Kevin Bacon was so concerned that this would just ruin his whole career. But I mean, it didn't. So here we are now. It's had what, six spin-offs or whatever, like sequels. So
Yeah, and prequel and a series.
yeah.
All right, guys, thank you for joining us this week for another episode of Cult of the Living Dead. This week we covered Tremors, aka land sharks, aka Graboids. Thanks for supporting us, guys. Just a little reminder, if you want to support the pod financially, you can give a little donation at the link at the bottom of the episode description. All proceeds go to help producing the pod, but if not, can't donate, that's cool. We do this for free. We do it for you guys. We love doing it. You guys can support us on all our social media platforms: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, X/Twitter, and YouTube. That'd be much appreciated. If you don't follow, give us a follow. You'll see all our posts for all upcoming episodes. Join us next week as we cover the 2012 reboot series Dread 3D. Don't have 3D glasses, so don't worry about it. Check us out next week. Thanks for supporting us. I have been your host, The Dale, followed by my co-host, Mr. Saya.
Yo.
And Twan.
Bye.
See you guys next week.
Adios.
Bye.